Hey there, my name is Lisa, and welcome back to Manifestation and Meaning Making 101. So, in the previous videos, we did talk about what is manifestation or what my definition of manifestation. Then there is why hasn't this worked, which is such a normal and relatable question. Last but not least is my simple ways on how to practice manifestation. I always go with these 3 rules: intention setting, action, and letting go. All of them are equally important. You can't have one without the other. You can have action, letting go, but without intention, we don't know where we're going. We can have letting go and intention, and that's that part where we're just saying the affirmations and it's like, go do something, right? Go meet the universe. I'm sorry. I am someone that subscribes by action-based manifestation. Even writing affirmations and visualization is a form of action. So I do believe in that. And then last but not least, letting go, which is what we spoke about a little bit in the previous video of the question around why isn't my manifestation practice working for me? Working, right? We learn a little bit. That's a lie. But anyway, with that, let's dive on into my three ways to manifest. Simple, beginner friendly. 1, set an intention. You can write it down. You can say it in your mind. Like, for example, today I set the intention that even though there may be challenges and ups and downs, I'm going to start my journey of running a marathon. And I'm going to start it with that simple step. And one day I'm going to run the New York Marathon. This is actually something I'm trying to manifest myself. And the action part is really important on that one. But it's like, I'm going to manifest running this, this beautiful marathon. Despite the struggles, the ups and downs, all of that, I am going to participate in this. Me and my friend have a joint manifestation goal, which is we want to run marathons together, which is always a lot of fun. So she happens to live in South Korea. So I would love to manifest one day running a marathon there with her. Everything has to fall into place. Things that are in her control, things that are out of control. So the next is, well, I ain't going to run a marathon, honey, if I don't start, running. So we start with the action part. My favorite, it is from, I believe it's an Italian story or Italian saying where a man goes to a statue and he says, please let me win the lottery. Please let me win the lottery. And he's, praying to the statue for years, every day, devoted, going, please let me win the lottery. Please let me win the lottery. And eventually the statue comes to life and the statue says, go buy a ticket. That is indeed the reality of action. I believe in it. I believe in we have to meet things halfway. If it is to run a marathon, if it is to go travel somewhere, we have to buy the ticket. We may even have to get that part-time gig or start saving, to get that ticket. When it comes to dating, you got to put yourself out there. You got to meet people, right? I totally also believe, I have many friends and loved ones that they're like, no, I'm done with online dating and I'm just going to let go. And if that feels best, beautiful. But when opportunity comes a knocking, don't just get scared, put yourself out there. Say, I'd love to have coffee sometime if you're ever interested. Things like that really are important, even in those coincidences where you meet on the elevator or, at a train stop or subway stations. And then action, besides from action, it's the aspect of letting go. If we can't control the aspects of, the bigger cosmic universe, we also have to understand that even in our tiny or large, seemingly tiny or seemingly large human desires, we can't control everything. We can't control if that person that we meet on the elevator has a significant other. It's like, oh, okay, shucks. We can't control when we will hear from that job, even though we applied and we put ourselves out there. We can't control, for example, my 2 cats who I love so much. And I can I'm willing to die on that hill that I manifested my babies, my fur babies, to the color and the vision and just everything. But what was in our control? What was out of our control? What was out of my control? I did not manifest our recent fur baby, Artemis. I did not realize that she came with a cold. And also that meant she came with close to a, $600 vet bill. So welcome to pet parenting in America. But yeah, I think that's something. Okay, what's in my control? What's out of my control? You're still so grateful that you have the fur baby, but I'm sure that is not something that we can always control. So whether we receive the gift or we haven't received the blessings or gifts yet, but maybe they come in different packages or in different ways, it is really important to also recognize that we have to let go. It is really important for us to honor the aspect that there is things that are out of our control. And that's when the universe can kind of play. That's when the spirituality comes in a little bit more. And the synchronicities may come up a little bit more when we start to let go and let things fall into place. When we have built the surfboard and we let the wave kind of carry us, we can position ourselves in the right area. We can paddle our heart out, for surfing analogy, but eventually we have to allow the wave to do what the wave's gonna do. And my favorite is whenever I am a surfer and there's a rogue wave, a wave that almost seemingly comes out of nowhere and comes really fast, and it's pretty hilarious seeing it from the beach because it's like 12 people in the lineup, all like, the really advanced surfers are like, yeah, and doesn't care. They do 3 little strokes and they're on that wave. And then me, the beginner, it's like, and I get tumbled over and all of that. And some people will catch it. Some people won't surf it, but they'll get out of the way. Some people get caught up in it. Either way, the wave that sometimes comes, it comes and we can't control it. We can only do the best that we can with it. So if we roll with the punches and, laugh and we're okay and we get back into the water, that's beautiful. If we manage to build some paddling strength to avoid maybe getting sucked into the vortex of the wave, that's beautiful. And if we're skilled enough to learn to ride it because we've practiced and we've positioned and we put ourselves out there, we have the strength, that's beautiful. It goes back to the journey of it all. It goes back to the journey. Manifestation is a journey. So those are my 3 ways to manifest. Set the intention, whether it's writing it down, saying it out loud, saying it in the mirror, meditating first thing in the morning. It's just the foundation of it all. Action. Do something to meet that energy. Whether you start buying yourself flowers, start treating yourself like your ideal partner or soulmate. Start putting your name out there. Start leaving yourself open to the good things you deserve to receive. And then let it go. It's a beautiful thing to try for something. I think sometimes our Western society is so result driven. Don't get me wrong, results are sexy, it's fun. But I do feel that there is an importance to also just enjoying the journey. I want to ask myself, going to a very result-driven school, how many children were asked to leave or pushed aside or ignored because they weren't receiving the results? And the schools that worked with these children, how many of them are amazing adults right now doing incredible things because someone had the patience and the time and the resources to enjoy the journey with them. So please treat yourself with kindness and compassion on this. That will help us let go. That will also help us set the intention in a place of reality, recognizing that there will be things in our control, there will be things out of our control, there will be beautiful surprises. You never know if you're that beginner who somehow manages to catch that rogue, amazing wave, and then it's that magic. Either way, it requires meeting the energy and releasing control a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope that you learned a little bit of a different perspective, and feel free to create your own perspective. Feel free to create your own definition. What is manifestation for you? How do you do it? let me know in the comments. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.